Boom, 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 boom. Welcome back to Maurice's Polo Review channel. Today we'll be talking about what is on my mannequin, a few world situations, if I may say. So let's get directly into it. This is a positive channel only. You know what I'm saying? We always try to kick positivity, dropping little jewels here and there. I love everybody's input upon what I got going on as far as dress-wise, talking about worldly events. You know, everything I do on my channel is evolve around fashion, but at the same time, we got to talk about what's going on in the world. So let's get into it. First and foremost, we are in America. I think everybody have the right to freedom of speech. It's a lot of situations going on where people are being held accountable for their comments or whatever the case may be. I take everything with a grain of salt. That person's truth might not be my truth. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I feel, And what another man do don't make me do anything else. It's up to me and what I believe in. We're just going to push forward with that. So let's get into what's on my mannequin. Enough of the gibberish. So anyway, we're going to talk about, I just got this sweater, I think a few months back. Anyway, so I just wanted to style it, put it on the mannequin. It has the WCF all right here. Very unique sweater. I want to talk about this sweater just for a tad bit. I got this sweater off of eBay, I believe. It has a few flaws, but at the same time, you got to realize it's almost 20 years old, too. So, with that being said, it is what it is. But this is a nice sweater, a few imperfections. When I purchased it, I didn't know it, but when I got it, it's okay, it's cool. I love vintage, and all vintage is going to come with wear and tear. That's just the way it is, and I understand it, because these people don't have these prestige items in their closet without having a little bit wear and tear on them. 20 plus years, you got to think. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. Something like that. I'll say 15-inch, my bad. So anyway, with that being said, I got the rugby vest on top of it. I think it looks well together. The W and the red matches perfectly. So that's what I wanted to do with a white Oxford up under it. Of course, with the sleeves rolled back, whenever you wear a watch, you gotta just cuff it a little bit where it can hit just right whenever you out and about. Yeah, so today I am wearing my driver's cap. Purchased this on Posh for $8, I believe. So yeah, I think I hit with this one. Oh yeah, I always try to negotiate the price. I keep on, talking about it. You have to negotiate the price. I understand that's what they want. If it's an item that you're willing to pay for, go ahead and pay it. But there's nothing wrong with, hey, can we work on this number? Is there another way we can work it out? Whatever the case may be. So that's me giving you jewels. There's nothing wrong with asking a person, is this the bottom line on this particular item? Let's talk about this too. I get the reason why they do that, because it might not be their price, but the way eBay and Poshmark start charging people, I see why the price is a little too high. Because after they get hit with the taxes and you get hit with the taxes, just say an item $50. By the time you get through paying for it, it's gonna be like $6 to $8. You gotta pay tax, they gotta pay tax. So it's taxes everywhere. So it is what it is with that, but it's just something that we have to work on when we're trying to negotiate price. But don't try to beat them up too much, but ain't nothing wrong with asking. Also, I wanted to throw this out there because this is something I went through this week with an individual on Grail. So he had a sweater that I was interested in, right? He said that it was an XL for men's, right? So I told him to send me the pit to pit. Pit to pit on 2XL is typically 25 and a half to 26, maybe 26 and a half. That's why when you look at vintage items, you want to ask for the pit to pit to see where you fall in line with the measurements are when you get an item. So I asked for the pit to pit. He was sort of kind of hesitant to send me the pit to pit, but he did send them. So I noticed on the tag it had 18 to 20 inches. Something to think about. So I had to reach out. Shout out to Cliff, shout out to Pink. I reached out to my people to make sure I wasn't tripping because he wanted $300 for this sweater. 300 American, not pesos. But anyway, so I reached out to him and said, hey, I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but is this a kid sweater? Question mark. Guess what? No reply. So in my mind, that tell me two things. Like, number one, you trying to pass an item off as an adult size. Number one. And number two, you trying to get the most money out of this particular item because you have it. So if he would have priced that sweater correctly as a child's or a young man or a boy, between, I would say 6, maybe 10 years old, whatever, that you went from 300 down to $50, but you trying to get an adult to pay that for this sweater. It's only the picture, and then you have to go look at it, but you can't tell based on the picture. But if that individual is watching my vlog, that's wrong, you're wrong, or whatever the case may be. Go ahead and accept the $50 that you're going to get, because it's not an adult size sweater. But that's neither here or there. So watch out for people doing, fraudulent stuff like that. That's not a good look. And obviously he didn't care because he was going to try to stick somebody paying $300 for a sweater that supposed to went for $50 because it wasn't adult size. It was a vintage piece, but it wasn't adult size. But anyway, we talked about what's on my mind. We talked about what's going on in the world a little bit. Just got to preach positivity in the world. In every situation, there is a positive outcome. It's just the way you look at it. And hopefully you will decipher on the positives more than the negatives. The negatives can take more toll on your body, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever the case may be, than anything. So with that being said, try to look for all the good in the situation. So let's get into Power Cop. When I say Power Cop, I mean it's a definitely Power Cop. It's a vintage piece, but it's a Power Cop because when I purchased it, I didn't realize until I looked at the tag what it was. So let's get into it. So I got this cardigan off of eBay. Yeah, eBay on this one. New with tags. Didn't know that, and then I didn't realize it was a Rugby until I started asking questions. So, with this particular Rugby, it has I want to say the dragons on the back of it. A very nice. When I mean high quality, I mean double RL type quality. With the grays and the browns and the creams, it's a very dope piece. I have came up here lately, but with this particular piece, shout out again to my boy Cliff, always looking out. But with this particular piece, he informed me, because he is the Rugby guy, we're going to keep that between ourselves, but it was, when this piece came out, it was a scrap that was supposed to be right here, a leather scrap that connects both sides to them. But they didn't have it, so I used that in my favor, and I told them, I sent him the picture that Cliff sent me, and it had the scrap right here. So we came to an agreement, because what they wanted and what I was willing to pay for it wasn't on the same ballpark. But after I explained to them, as far as what is missing, they decided to come down on the price. So I won, you know what I'm saying? The power of negotiation and knowing what you're looking for. Also do your research upon what you're looking for. That way, whenever you come across it and you want it, you know what to look for in your piece. So this is a Power Cop. Like I said, this is the second item here in the past couple, I think a month or two, that I purchased Rugby that came with newer tags. So I hit on that, but also you just got to be aware of what you're buying. That way, once you get it, you're not necessarily blown away in a bad way, but you also just got to look and study and look at the item that you're looking for. So that's my little spiel for today. So with that being said, thank you for coming to Morris's Polo Review channel. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. We up to 850. I would like to push over 1,000 in the next 2 months. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It's sort of kind of hard out there right now. Trying to find particular pieces. You know, it's not about the quantity. It's about the quality of the items that you're purchasing. And right now, that's what kick I'm on. I'm on more of a quality than quantity thing. So it is what it is. But like I said, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. It's all love over here. So I hope you enjoy your weekend. Number one. Number two, be safe. And number three, we do have Thanksgiving coming up. So I hope every one of y'all have a great time with your friends, your family, and just make memories. So with that being said, thank you and have a blessed day. Salute. Oh, rewind it back. Want to give a special shout out to my boys. I'm sorry. Fleet, Slim, aka Rome, Dunn, MK Brand, Dex, Boo, all the bros, Man, Pink, of course. Me and Pink go live. You know, every so often we go live. We have a good topic of conversation, talking about worldly issues, not only that, but we also talk about polo. So if you want to subscribe to my Instagram, mo_55. Love to see you over there. So salute and have a great day.